Kristy doesn't like her new neighborhood because all the other girls are snobs. They make fun of her clothes and imply the Babysitters Club is immature. Kristy yells, calls them names, and sticks out her tongue at them. Kristy, that's not going to make you look more mature.
Argo Funk Book Review, Argo Funk Book Review.
Kristy is also having a tough time at home. Their beloved dog Louie whimpers a lot and has difficulty moving. The vet says Louie's getting old. He has arthritis and can't see anymore. They can't do anything besides give Louie some pain pills and slowly watch him die. The dying dog storyline in this book is so sad. It was sad in the original, yeah, but it's even sadder here because we see what Louie looks like every step of the way, and then towards the end, when he closes his eyes for the last time, it's really sad. Kristy takes Louie for a walk, where she runs into Shannon Kilbourne, the leader of the Snobs. She brags her dog is a purebred, with a fancy name, whereas Louie is a smelly old mutt. The girls call each other names and leave. Kristy babysits the Papadakis kids. They lose their dog. Shannon pretends to help, but in reality, she sends Kristy on a wild goose chase through the neighborhood. Shannon had the dog with her the whole time. She and her sister laugh at Kristy. What snobs! There's an irrelevant babysitting chapter where Marianne and Logan babysit the Perkinses. They try to think of names for the new baby. Jamie Newton gets upset because he's tired of all the baby talk. So he says something mean, and the girls are so upset, only a tea party calms them down. I don't know why Jamie Newton is at the Perkins house to begin with. Marianne should charge Mrs. Newton some money for this free babysitting. Kristy babysits the Delaneys, who are super snobs. Again, Shannon pranks Kristy by pretending there's a problem with the Papadakis baby. Kristy's furious, because babysitting is serious business. Kristy and Shannon yell at each other. Kristy tells the parents about Shannon's bad babysitting behavior. There is no follow-up to this. Telling the parents is how Kristy got rid of rival babysitters in Book 2. Why did it have no effect here? Poor Louie gets worse and worse. He has an accident on the rug, and David Michael cries because he's not getting any better. Stacey babysits the Delaneys. She tames the Snobs using reverse psychology. They won't clean up the playroom? Stacey makes the playroom as messy as possible. She goes so far overboard with everything that the Delaneys decide to behave. Kristy tries out this technique, although she mostly turns everything into a joke. It still works. Shannon's technique is glaring at the kids until they behave. That seems to be the most effective strategy of them all. Shannon tries to prank Kristy with a fake pizza delivery. Shannon's furious when Kristy forces her to pay for it. They argue, and Shannon's about to throw the pizza in Kristy's face, which is a terrible idea. You shouldn't waste pizza like that. Kristy diffuses the tension by joking about the dogs getting covered in pizza. Shannon laughs, and everyone has fun eating the pizza together. The moral of the story is that pizza solves all your problems. In an unrelated babysitting chapter, all the Pike kids have chicken pox. The babysitters wear themselves out trying to take care of them all. Mom and Watson have bad news. Louie has to be put down tomorrow. David Michael is devastated, and Karen insists on throwing Louie a funeral. Everyone comes over and says nice things about Louie. This chapter is so sad, it made me cry. Shannon apologizes for being so mean to Kristy. The truth is, she's jealous of Kristy in the Babysitters Club. The girls become friends, and Shannon gives Kristy a puppy. David Michael says it can't replace Louie. Louie was special. The puppy is adorable, though, so they keep it and name it Shannon. Shannon officially joins the Babysitters Club as an associate member. That means she babysits sometimes, but she won't come to club meetings, because the artists have a hard enough time drawing 7 people at every meeting. Adding more club members would be pushing it. The end. Post-book follow-up. It looks like this series will alternate between artists from now on, so they can produce multiple books per year. This book is the debut of artist Chan Chow. They do an okay job. The cover and the first chapter look a little different to me compared to how the rest of the book looks. Maybe the publishers asked for the first chapter as a test before hiring the artist to do the full book? Or maybe they switched pens after the first chapter, I don't know. Shannon and Kristy are the same height, but Shannon is often drawn at angles to make her look taller. That's a nice visual way to emphasize her snobbishness. She's literally looking down at Kristy. Shannon's sister Tiffany shows up a bit in the book, but she doesn't say anything. Shannon's friends don't talk either, not even the one that babysits with her. I would have preferred it if Shannon's friends were acknowledged at one point in the book. Next year, we're getting a graphic novel for book 13, so we're not getting graphic novels for The Ghost at Dawn's House and Claudia and the Phantom Phone Calls? Why did they skip those two books? If they ever make graphic novels for the Babysitters Club mystery series, they should consider including those two books there. They would fit well enough in a mystery series. Overall, I thought it was a good graphic novel, although the stuff with the dog was really sad. The storyline with Shannon was great. The story of Stacey sorting out the problem children was okay. The two unrelated babysitting chapters weren't good. I would have replaced them with something else. Say, something involving Shannon's friends. But those chapters were in the original books, so I guess the publishers felt like they had to be included. Even though they do not affect the story at all. I give Babysitters Club graphic novel number 10, Kristy and the Snobs, a 9 out of 10. It looks like I gave the original book a 7. I guess I like the graphic novels more than the originals.